Hi everyone, today we'll talk about Kraft Heinz stock and is it a buy right now. And this is because Kraft Heinz stock has actually gone down 27%, and there was some major news that came out with the Kraft Heinz stock overall which caused it to go down. And we're going to get through a few of that part of news overall, and what I think about the stock going forward and if I would recommend as it's a buy. So the first thing is Kraft Heinz is mostly being played as a dividend stock, I would say, by most people, as it does not offer good EPS and revenue growth really going forward, and pretty much the last few years overall. It's a great brand. I mean, when you look at Kraft Heinz, like I totally forgot how many like amazing brands they had, which is a really good thing. I do like a company, a stock that has a really good brand, which Kraft Heinz really does have. But the first thing that got reported is that we had a dividend cut. So to help the balance sheet quite a bit, the dividend is going to get cut by 36%. And when you have a stock like Kraft Heinz, which is a major, pretty much dividend play stock, it's not a growth stock overall. Most people invest in it for the dividend. And for the dividend to get cut 36%, obviously that's going to put a lot of people off, and that's what caused the stock to go down overall. And that was quite a bit of why the stock sold off 27%. One thing as well is that was added in is that the SEC are also doing an investigation into Heinz, which isn't great. So that's probably going to stop the stock from going up a little bit going forward, because people are going to be a little bit on edge about how that's going to go, and if there was any more punishments from that, obviously that would bring the stock down even further than from what it has gone down on Friday. So that's something to be careful of. The actual company itself, Kraft Heinz, when we look at the revenue and EPS side of it, this is something that the revenue hasn't gone up that much overall. The EPS hasn't gone up that much overall. So that's something that obviously hasn't pushed stock up like share price wise. Like saying, most people got in it for the dividend, and you know Kraft Heinz has been going down. The share price of the stock has gone down quite a bit since then, and I do like a stock that does grow at 10% revenue and EPS, which Kraft Heinz is nowhere near. Like I said, the dividend got cut to help, because there's not much money coming in overall, to help the balance sheet, because the balance sheet wasn't really great. The problem with Kraft Heinz as well is it's kind of like the company mindset is kind of wrong in Kraft Heinz, because it's kind of got the attitude of, if we cut more things then we'll make more money, so we're going to cut things here, and that's affected the company overall. One thing that I saw really is that how much Kraft Heinz has actually affected the kind of like advertising side of it as well. You know, it's cutting how much it's advertising, which saves them money in the short term, but long term, you know, your brand's not getting out there, which is you've got to be careful of. You know, and the ways that most of the advertising isn't great as well. You know, kind of not going to the new advertising platforms that everyone else is going at. So that's affected the company overall. So I think the mindset of the company has been wrong for the last few years, and not really changed to like the current generation that's coming through. So with that, you know, you got your dividend cut, and it's kind of like a long effect that's been happening for a while. Obviously, Warren Buffett is a major shareholder into Heinz, and I think it came out with this news that he lost $4 billion. Now, you would normally say if Warren Buffett's invested into a stock, then that's a good thing, that's a good sign of a good company. But for me, I've always said for a while, it's a really weak position in Warren Buffett's portfolio. And if I was him, I would have sold out the stock a long time ago. When you got companies like Microsoft as well, you know, if I were him, I'd be investing into Microsoft and other companies like that. You might say that that's because of Bill Gates, he doesn't invest in Microsoft, but I would forget about that, because it's just easy money to invest into Microsoft or other companies on that kind of sort of line overall. And for me, like I said, I think this is a bit of a bad position for Warren Buffett, and I've said for a while on this channel that I don't like this stock, and I don't really like why Warren Buffett invested into this. I think overall, you know, I think this video has kind of given me an idea that I'm actually going to go through Warren Buffett's portfolio, and I'm going to talk about which of them stocks that he's invested in that I would buy, and which ones I wouldn't. So I'm probably going to look at doing that because of this news, like it gave me that video idea. So I'll probably do that in the coming weeks. But one thing to be saying overall is that the PE is actually quite good as well for this company. You know, a great brand, and it's, you know, a good low PE, which is something to look at. So overall, Kraft Heinz, would I buy this stock right now? What would I do with this stock right now? When we look over it all, like I say, I think that this stock is purely dividend play because the share price isn't going to go up. Now for me, I like a company where the share price goes up and the dividend goes up. And the share price isn't going to go up at all on this one, I don't believe, because of its revenue side of it. Yeah, that's the first no for me. Dividend cut, when you cut in the dividend, that's not always a great sign of the company. It's sometimes a good move for a company to cut the dividend, but it's also a worrying sign as well. So purely for dividend side, if you're going to play that, I think that's a worrying sign overall. The SEC, that's going to affect it in the long term. The revenue and EPS, like I say, I normally look for 10% on each one, and that doesn't have either. That puts me off it as well. Obviously, Warren Buffett's a good thing, but I won't invest solely in a company because he's there. The P's good and the brand's good. I do like them two things overall. But for me, because it's just a pure dividend play and it's struggling to do that, I don't like the balance sheet on the company. I don't like it's having an SEC investigation, and I don't like that its revenue and EPS isn't great and growing at a good rate. And that puts me off the stock completely. And even, like I normally say, if you're going to buy stocks, buy them at a discount, and this is a discount on a stock. It's a discount on a bad stock, a bad company, and I would not invest into that company overall. You know, these, when it drops off, that's when I do like to buy into stocks. But for me, this is just a company I wouldn't want to hold at all, because it's, in my opinion, a bad company that isn't going to give you great returns. For me, yeah, I wouldn't buy the stock. I wouldn't touch it. If you do own the stock, in my opinion, I would sell the stock. I think there's 100%. Like millions of better companies that, well, not millions, but a lot of the S&P 500 that you can invest in and you would get a better return from overall. And yeah, guys, like I said, if I were you, this is probably like a company that if I did short in, it would be one of the companies I'd look at shorting overall, because it's not doing amazing with how it's running its company right now overall, guys. So that's my opinion on Kraft Heinz stock today, guys. Like I say, not a buy in my opinion at all, and even on this discount I won't touch it. So that's the video today. I hope it helps some of you guys that were maybe looking at Kraft Heinz or just interested in it overall. Thanks for all the support recently. It's been amazing on this channel. 180 subscribers is amazing, so thanks for that. Give the video a like, and I'll see you in the next video.